What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a haul slash first impressions of the stuff that I got from the Sephora sale. Everything from the Sephora collection was 30% off, so I took advantage, and I've actually never tried their line, so I'm really excited to try it out. So let's just hop into the video. So I already did my brows off camera. My brows are what takes a lot of time. I actually got an eyebrow pencil from them and I didn't get to try it out because I completely forgot that I had it. So I will be using that in another video. If you guys want to see that, just let me know. But I also got some new brushes. I actually haven't used a brush for foundation in a very long time, so I'm gonna be using their, I guess it's their like complexion line. I got some new foundation and stuff. So first, we're going to start off with the Best Skin Ever foundation. This foundation, it says that it's a long-wear foundation. I don't really find anywhere on the bottle if it says it's matte. It's medium buildable coverage for the look of naturally perfected skin.
You didn't answer my question.
I usually do concealer under my foundation a lot of times. I like the more full coverage look. Today, I'm just gonna be testing it out on its own to see how it works. All right, so I'm gonna take this foundation brush. Just by the feel of it, it doesn't feel as dense as I thought it would feel. It feels really soft. I used to use brushes like a couple years ago for my foundation. They would always be really dense, which gave you that really good streak-free look after blending out your foundation. I don't know if I should apply it on my back of my hand. Let's just do that. Shake it up. I don't know if it's gonna separate. Okay, so it's a little thick. It's not too thick, but it's not like a very lightweight foundation. It's a little light for me. It's very lightweight. It's, well, like it says, it's a medium coverage foundation, so I could definitely build it up. But this is with the brush. I feel like if I were to apply it with the sponge, it would be more coverage just because the brush is a little fluffier. I don't know if you could see that, but this side, I feel like, you know, it did give some coverage, but I don't know. I feel like I should do the other side with the sponge to see how it looks. It's definitely on the lighter side. I like to go a little darker with my foundations because I do like to brighten up my other facial features like my under eyes and stuff. So I feel like this would like wash me out if I were to add concealer to it. Maybe if I apply it straight to the brush. Okay, that works better. So if you apply it to the brush on its own instead of dipping it into your hand, there's definitely more coverage. I had to pin my hair back because it was getting everywhere, but I feel like it's definitely a nice foundation. It's less coverage that I am used to, and I feel like the sponge did a way better job of blending it out. I think that's just a personal preference though. This brush is just really fluffy. I don't know if I would recommend it for foundation. I mean, if you want to try it out, go for it. These were, I think the pack was like, it retailed for $49. So sorry, this was, yes, it was $49 and I got it for $34 with 30 cents. So for a pack of 7 brushes, that is not bad at all, but I just wouldn't recommend this for foundation in my personal opinion. Yeah, I feel like the sponge did a way better job at blending this out than the brush did. It's a lot more smoother than using the brush. I feel like the brush pushed the product into my imperfections, like my large pores. So it's probably why I'm not too fond of it. But overall, it's a nice lightweight foundation. The foundation's done. I like how it looks. I just wish I went a little darker because I am going to be brightening with the concealer that I got. So I'm not sure how that's gonna work. So with that being said, I picked up the Bright Future Sephora Gel Serum Concealer. A serum concealer, I've never tried them. I kind of just like stay away from them because I feel like it'll separate on my skin just because I do have more oily skin. I decided to try it out. I heard all good things about it. I heard it's really nice and it has good coverage. There was another concealer there that I wanted to try out. I think it's the all-in-one concealer from their line. I don't really remember the name of it, but I'll put it up here. But I like the applicator. It's not too big. So it's also angled, so it can get in those little areas in like the inner corner of your eye. And I got the shade Bavarian Cream. It's the lightest shade that there is. Just by applying it, it feels really lightweight. So I'm not sure if it's going to be as full coverage as I would think it is. So I'm just gonna let that set for a few seconds before I blend it out. When I swatched it on my hand, it blends it out amazing. It covered up a lot of my veins, so hopefully it works the same on my under eyes. So the set did come with a concealer brush. I'm going to blend it out with the concealer brush on this side, and then I'm gonna blend it out with my beauty blender on this side and see if there's a difference. Okay, I really hope this picks up on camera, but the side that I blended out with my brush, it looks a little streaky, and again, it looks like it's just being pushed into my fine lines. But when I blend it with my beauty blender, it just creates this really smooth finish. I think with these products, it goes better with the beauty blender than the brush. So for the concealer, it does retail for $15 and I got it for $10.50. So the concealer does crease quite a bit after applying it. So I don't know if you could see it, but I'm gonna show you on my phone what I mean. So I don't know if you noticed, but if you can see here, it is kind of sinking into these lines right here, right off the bat, and it's creasing a lot, and it looks like it's separating on my eyelids. It doesn't look bad on my forehead or on my nose or my chin. It's mostly where you can crease easily. I don't really have this problem with any other concealers that I use that are thicker and more coverage. So that's the only downside to it. So hopefully once I set it, I won't have this issue. Okay, so now I'm just gonna set my concealer. It's creasing a lot. So when I went in there, all of the setting powders were sold out. The translucent powder was sold out from their line. I couldn't find anything else like a loose powder. So I'm gonna go ahead and set that off camera. I had to rush and put some powder on because it was already creasing after I blended it out again for like the 5th time. So luckily the concealer set really nice with the powder. The only thing which is still an issue is that it's really settling into my lines under my eyes. So I'm not sure how I like it. All right, so now I'm just gonna hop into the powder foundation that I got to set my face. It's in the shade Fair Warm. I feel like these shades run a little lighter than what they're named because this is really light. But I'm gonna use my powder brush from that same brush set. So I feel like the powder is separating the foundation. Maybe if I tap it instead of swirl it on. I'm gonna show you guys on my phone what I'm talking about because I don't know if the camera's picking it up. So I don't know if you see it here, but I feel like it's separating the foundation from the powder. Just looks blotchy. And I feel like this is what I mean. It's settling into my lines, the concealer, and it's creating those lines that I don't have because it's just not like blending with the powder. I have a pimple right here, and for some reason, it's like separating around the pimple, so it's not even covered. I'm really hoping that this next step is going to kind of help my face come back together, because so far I feel like the products aren't really working out for me. Next up, I got the Sephora bronzed bronzer. It's a really pretty shade. It's like a nice light brown. I didn't get anything too dark because the darker one was just way too dark for me. It feels really buttery. This is in the shade number 1, Sicily. So I'm just gonna be using my own. It's this little angled one. So there's not much kickback to this one. The bronzer did apply really, really well. I am very fond of it. The color is really nice. It's not too dark. It's not too orangey. So for the next step, I picked up one of their blushes. I've heard really good things about their blushes online. So when I tested this one out in the store, it was really pretty. It's nice peachy pink. And the brush set that I got does have the blush brush. It's an angled blush brush, and it has a little mirror too, so that's really helpful. All right, so the blush applied really nice. It's a really nice light pink color. I really like it, so this is a win. So I just went ahead and carved out my cheekbones and the sides of my nose, and while we do that, I'm gonna take that same bronzer that we just used, and I'm just going to dip my crease brush, and I'm going to apply that to my crease. All right, so I just brushed off all that powder that I had setting on my face, and I'm just gonna go in with my MAC highlighter. I couldn't find a highlighter at the store because it was all sold out. So I'm just gonna take the same crease brush. I'm just gonna highlight all the high points. I'm just gonna go ahead and set my face now with some setting spray. I couldn't find a setting spray either because they were all sold out of it. They were sold out of primer, setting spray, highlight. So I'm just gonna go ahead and set my face with the one size setting spray. All right, you guys, so I just popped on some lashes and some mascara and a little bit of a lip balm on off camera. So the products that I'm not too fond of are definitely the foundation, the concealer, and the powder foundation. The foundation itself started to separate on my skin. I'm not sure if it's because I have oily skin or how I prepped it. The concealer, it was way too lightweight for me. It was too much of a serum, so it really creased under my eyes, and it definitely got pushed into my fine lines and made them way more defined than they already are. As for the powder foundation, it just separated the products that I used together a lot more than they already did on their own. I do have to say that the products do apply better with the beauty sponge rather than the brushes that I got from the complete brush set. Other than that, the blush and the bronzer are a 10 for me. I like how they blend out very smooth, so I would definitely repurchase these. So that is all of the products that I purchased from the Sephora sale. I am a little disappointed because I had high hopes for all these products, but it could be that it just doesn't work for me and it works for other people. Not everyone has the same type of skin. Everybody has different textures, different types of skin. All right, guys, so that is it for today's video. I hope you guys liked it. Leave a comment down below to see what products you have purchased and you love. Thank you for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.